Greetings, fellow Zedites. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Zed City, episode 56, Hydrotherapy. I'm going to have Madzi help Guero in killing the zombies that are in the door. Because I built this in such a way where, like... No, Stormguard, don't go in there. Where, for security's sake, the switch is not anywhere close to what can be overrun. But then there's the negative consequence of that, which is that the brawler or whoever it is dispatching the zombies in there can't also be the one to flip the switch. There's another tanky? No, I think it's just the noise from the tanky up here. Yeah, as far as I can tell, that's true. Doesn't look like too many zombies out there, which is nice. The column is in there for when we... at some point, we're planning on getting rid of all of this, all these walls. So the column is in there to hold up the roof, which allows the zombies around the lake to burn. Alright, Field. Chat voted for you to have a really nice ear. I don't know why, but that's what they wanted, so let's get that ear in you. Make sure to put it in on the right side. We're really dumb to be like, alright, here's your brand new ear. We installed it on the wrong one. Is there any way to lure zombies to the lake to make it clear to leave the base? Yeah, we could build a zombie thumper. Zombie thumpers have a very limited range, however. But, okay, Xar is doing it again. Why are you doing this? Why are you pacing in the garage? I don't... I can remember from the zone. I'm not really sure why she's doing it. I have a theory that it's like a ramification of the automatically avoid zombies. Like she was trying to go somewhere that she thought zombies were preventing her from, so she was constantly triggering the like head somewhere, avoid zombie, head somewhere, avoid zombie, because that's like probably the... There's not a lot of I don't have like mods that will control like where people go other than that one like avoid zombie setting, so that's my assumption, but it's weird that like there weren't really any zombies. I don't know. She could be trying to haul non-existent slag. Now that all the slag is hauled away, we'll see. Very strange. Redfield got his ear. Guero's working on his new helmet, and you guys want me to head out to ruins in the next day of calm. Got it. So there are ruins north and let's say east. There's not really any ruins truly south of us, plus there's this mountain range, and then west is like a lake. So which direction to head for ruins? I haven't been paying enough attention. Have you guys seen anyone head for the sauna yet? Because I sure have not. But I am curious if it has happened yet or not. Oh, actually leave that on. If you're getting rid of damaged clothing, might as well just keep going through it. And it's possible to make it out during this period of calm, so I'm going to send the night crew out, clearing out the zombies around. And maybe as penance for destroying the truck a little, I'll have the night crew be the ones to head out to the ruin. I don't trust them at all, but like, you know, you gotta earn your keep here in the in Zed City. We don't have time for freeloading. So, loading cargo. 30 meals. Let's do 200 chem fuel. That's plenty. 3 medicine. 6 tea. And 6 beer. And the bedroll. Oh, that's a wood. I have a wooden bed somewhere in the base? Stop. That's news to me. Where's the bedroll? Okay, no bedroll. That's punishment for minigunning the truck. The green square is that they're holding contaminated items. The green square is an indication that the item is at least greater than 0% contaminated. A lot of the items are like 1% contaminated, which is certainly not enough contamination to be a problem. So the green square is... I wish it was kind of color-coded where it would like become gradients towards red. Kind of like color-coded mood bars, but that's just not how it works. And Xar is doing the... I'm going to call it the Xar Dance again. A little worried about her sanity. So, as such, I will put her as the driver of the vehicle. Because, yeah, that makes sense, right? Oh, a Masterwork Marine helmet. Well done, sir. Well done. They have food. Just ignore that. So, East has won by a singular vote. Let's head somewhere east. Loading Pooker with Xart and Fangface. And heading east. Let's go to the factory on the road. It's east-ish. Don't do the jiggle wiggles. God. Pathing. Can y'all, like, leave? Oh my god, she is... Oh, interesting. I can just, like, force her in the car. There's something wrong with her pathing. She also couldn't enter the truck. I'm not sure what that's about. But hopefully it's not something that continues as she's on the other map tile. I've already done a save and load. That didn't help. I have a new theory, which is like pawn ID issues. As I've seen something like this before, where there's like, the game creates like 2 strange copies of the same pawn, and there's conflicts between those 2 pawn IDs. It's not really worth explaining, but I have had to dig through game files before, like to fix issues like this. I've dealt with stuff like this. It's not fun to try to fix while streaming, by the by, but like, it's usually fixable. Craig, thank you for the resub. And XGamer2, cheers. That could explain why when I was hauling slag, there was like weird stockpile-y remnant glitching. I don't know. But we'll see if it resolves itself traveling on the overland tile. I can also periodically check my error logs. I don't think the error logs have any new errors other than this one, which is older. So I'll continue to look at the debug logs to see if something comes up. We have now the hot tubs. So, where to build the hot tub? I'm going to need, well, probably do slate hot tubs. Let me put down some options. Option number one is to construct it somewhere inside of the recreation room that is honestly oversized and I'm not using much of it. So that's option number one. Option number two is, let's say, here, but maybe accessible through the workshop rather than through the drug bin so that we don't, you know, have people wander in. And then option number three is just to use this bedroom as a hot tub. And yeah, that'll work. What enough? And we're currently researching autocannons. Oh, there we go. Redfield is indeed using it. So here you can see that he's clean, quite comfortable. Actually, I'm not really seeing the benefits of the sauna, but whatever. I think it's part of it is the decent rec room. Good enough. Oh, the other thing I didn't realize, which is a little bit too late, is they're heading out in winter. And travel speed and fuel consumption is bad in the winter. So, yeah. Check his recreation tab. I mean, hydrotherapy 9%. What I was looking for is more how it affected his mood. I don't really care about his recreation meter. All right, overwhelmingly, I'm just going to call this one early. Overwhelmingly, you all want me to put it inside the actual room here. So, hot tub. Let's stick it right there. Gonna want to move the air conditioning so that it doesn't interfere with the hot tub. Can I put the radiator there? Let's see. No, I cannot. Let's keep these two things together. So radiator here, air conditioning here. Good. Slate hot tub is in the works. Can't I make it an open hot tub? I suppose I could, but I think in a zombie apocalypse, the last place you'd want it is out in the open, where you're like, you know, wearing less than convenient clothing for having a bunch of zombies, like, trying to eat you. That would be my worry. So that's done. Next colony project. A flimsy wooden door with no way out? Yeah, but at least it's defended by the colony. Again, this was voted on, so I'm not listening to critiques anyway, because this won by popular vote. And we'll, oops, do an occupancy check. And then I think, if I recall, there's like a, what, heated towel rack or something that you can add in there. But I'll also add the, a bath mat. Maybe not of sheep wool. Well, okay. If I don't have any cloth, I'm not adding a bath mat. I'm cheap. So we have a slate hot tub and a sandstone electric sauna heater, and sauna. They're living comfortably, I think. Something else that might be nice to put in there is just a regular radiator and aircon unit to make sure that this room doesn't get unpleasant, I suppose. Small ruins spotted nearby. Let's investigate. Random ruins are often better than old abandoned ruins that have been picked over anyway. What am I looking at? A whole... Okay, someone wanted water like crazy. I don't know what would compel someone to have 12 deep water wells. That is an obscene amount of water. Also, I don't think that there's a benefit putting them adjacent to one another. I think there's a an adjacency penalty. I could be wrong about that, but I'm sort of sure that that's the case. And then also, they are a gulag enjoyer here, as this is the most gulaggy sleeping quarters I've ever seen. Just RimWorld things. They were probably organ harvesting or something, and they need a lot of water for hygiene. That's my current assumption at this moment. So these ruins look pretty tame, but we have a day until zombies come, so I'll have these guys figure out if... God, all these beds are, like... I don't understand how someone gets a base this size, and every single bed is, like, horrendous quality. It's like, at some point, your constructor would actually... Yeah, it's like a bunch of chimpanzees, like, smashing on keyboards, right? I mean, I know that realistically, no, they don't come up with the works of Shakespeare, but, like, you would think that given the volume of this base, there'd be a constructor that would be capable of making a nice bed. But, like, 99% of these beds are, like, normal or worse, which is, like, actually kind of impressive, because in order to make an awful quality bed, you probably fail at the construction more times than you make beds. So inevitably you like level up, unless I suppose you could have a xenotype that gives you penalties to construction. I like how they just didn't want to sleep together. Hey, newsflash, you guys are like a couple, so be that. No, there's an excellent bet. I think this ruin, unless we want a jade commode, is pretty worthless. So my plan is just to break down the things that yield steel and components. I don't really need the steel, but I do need, I mean, the components, but I do need the steel. And just, like, profit off of that. And the next colony project for the period of column is going to be to try to clear some of the ruins around. So the other question I have is, should I remove the old driveway? So here's what you're voting on. This driveway here is really not essential for our defenses anymore. I could leave it up as like a additional layers of security, or alternatively, and you know what, I'm going to actually change this poll real quick. We can also do a partial removal. So what the partial removal would be is removing this section and then sticking a garage door there. So there's, yes, remove the whole thing, get rid of it, so we have better sight lines so that we can protect our base. Because if a tank operator came from the south while we were getting swarmed, there's no way to keep the tank operator from plowing through the walls. And the real problem with that is the tank operators, they plow through these walls. The only opportunity I would have to shoot them before they're hitting my own walls is like this gap. Whereas if this wasn't here, I could shoot the tank operator as they approach for the entire approach, which gives us a lot greater opportunity to kill them. Or I could do a partial removal where we just get rid of this stuff. So we still have this like vulnerability of the tank operator, but it's negated a little bit. 'Tis up to you. Oh, you know, one thing I should be doing. We are in winter, aren't we? Be nice if I actually use the geothermal heat. These guys probably not very happy, sleep in the snow. Alright, I am not going to bother doing an occupancy check because Guero and Redfield just went into the hot tub together and there wasn't a negative moodlet for it, so I'm going to let them do that. In fact, given that information, I could actually just have the hot tub out in the open without the walls. I could pull on that once this current pull is resolved. Are you eating? Oh no, you're destroying. Okay. What are you... Oh, there's a wooden latrine there. Nice. That's actually convenient. Alright, so while Xar pokes around and decommissions stuff, I'll have Fangface do some exploration. I don't think that there's going to be like an abundance of wealth here in this horrible looking base. Oh yeah, there's the marble towel rack. Where is the towel rail? Is that a furniture thing? It must be, right? No? Well, I found it. I don't know where it is, though. Party temperature? Got it. For some reason, yeah, that's very counterintuitive. Alright, this place is garbage. This is just going to be some, like, tiny little bedroom in it. Xark is doing the whole rabies pacing thing. It's the best way I'm going to describe that. So... I don't really know what to do about that. Because I think that's going to be continually kind of an annoying issue to deal with unless I'm micromanaging her. But for me to fix it means, like, stopping the stream, essentially, and just, like, delving into the save game file. Which is equally bad. Our people here at home are very idle. So, shooters, to the front. We're going to have you clear out the zombies so that you can start partially redesigning. I'm just going to call that poll a little early. Partially redesigning the outside and removing the ruins. So the plan now is as follows. We're going to put a granite garage door here. And then everything west of that gets decommissioned. So currently, schedule close to base. And I might need to adjust the close to base zone. No, I guess it's okay. Oh, well that ruins that opportunity. Actually, yeah, we are not... okay, we're not currently in like a nice lull at home. I just realized we're at the peak. It's in a half a day that it's a lull, so let's not do what I just queued up, because that would be a problem. The other thing we might want to take from this is some wood stacks. So we're kind of low on wood back home. And breaking down the Jade stuff for Jade, it wouldn't hurt either. Yep, the solar power and the air conditioners are slated to be deconstructed as well. And if I'm not mistaken, because this is an event tile, I don't need to actually manually load the truck. I can do that after the fact, which is convenient. So I think what might make sense is to return home with the steel and everything else that I can get off this map tile. And then if we want, we could redeploy heading back out. So the zombie attack spawned a toxic, a miner. That's easy to deal with. Did Fangface forget to pack water? No, he's drinking from a pond despite the fact that he has 10 bottles of water on him. Oh, yes. To be elderly. Okay, I'm going to say that's probably good enough. So let's see if I'm right, that I can just reform your caravan this way. Okay, it's being weird. People, items. Yes. So pack. Components. 900 steel is amazing. That is quite the boon. Wood, and then we're basically full. So maybe... That's not a lot of jade I got off of that stuff. Yeah, I could grab some of the cloth. Although we don't even have the weight for cloth. Fermenting barrels are not really worth it either. It's very little amounts of wood. Probably slag is better than anything else that I see offered. Slag's actually pretty densely packed steel. The reason I didn't go for potatoes is we have tons of potatoes back home. We have, well, corn, but we have plenty of vegetables. All right, I'm going to have to wake up people Because that's a lot of zombies heading our way from that zombie spawning attack. Redfield, you want the honors of cooking them? You do happen to be our colony's cook. And they're already heading home, and I would say that that was a pretty exceptionally good, despite the fact that like the ruins themselves were pretty lackluster. The fact that we're bringing home about 1,000 steel is amazing, because we are very in high need of steel all the time. So we're down to a 0 threat again, and the plan is to remove as many of the ruins around the base as possible during the next lull, rather than to go anywhere. Most of the zombies that had spawned attacked me, and they're around the lake right now. So it's going to be very easy for Fangface and Xar to re-enter the colony. Because there's just not a lot of zombies out there at the moment. So I've set up their zoning to be close to the base. I know there's a few zombies left out here. I'm having Guero cut some of them down. But I don't think they're in high enough volumes to be of concern. And we already have Redfield breaking stuff down. So the only thing I worry about is like roof collapse, but I think that these... Okay, so this column can't hold up this piece of roof right here. I don't want that flopping on my head. And while we're out here, Guero, let's grab this jade. Our community elders are bringing home some jade, so maybe I'll do something with jade. Like replacing walls with jade or something. I don't know. Some sort of beautification project, I suspect. Now, the period of calm that we're getting offered is a pretty long one. It's quite a few days where we're not going to peak above a roughly 20%, which will allow us to do some real home reno for outside of the ruins. So what I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to remove kind of like everything that is obstructing our line of sight from the docks, so that we have, if we start manufacturing sniper rifles, we'll have pretty much no problem taking out special zombies from a distance well before they become a threat to the community. So I'm looking forward to that. That's the hope, that's the goal. Oh, that's where all my cloth went. Into medicine. That makes sense. I'm not too worried about the limited amount of cloth. I think there's still some cloth chairs out here that it could break down for cloth. It's weird to be turning like couches into medicine, though. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I thought I had more cloth armchairs out there, but they probably burned up long time ago. I am going to tell Guero to stop making medicine, though, because he's not doing it efficiently. He's like, there's a bunch of carpets here that we could pull up for cloth, but he's like grabbing like one cloth at a time and running around like a madman. A Jade Hot Tub would have been dope. Yeah, I could always replace the hot tub with Jade. And then there's also the possibility of removing these walls, because apparently it's not like a privacy issue, so we can have an open hot tub in the rec room. What drives me crazy is the constructors seem to just like make so many unnecessary trips where they come out here, they remove like 3 pieces of plumbing, and then they run back into the base. I do realize it's because of the long runtime, but it's not something that I'm going to consider fixing. I have gotten a lot of YouTube comments of like, why don't I add a door here? And it's like every external door attracts zombies. So every external door is a potential threat to the community. So you want to limit the amount of external doors. And I feel like I've explained that like 1,000 times now, but apparently 1,001 is necessary. More doors equal more breach points, more gather points, more vulnerabilities. And the problem with adding a door here is because of how much of a limited space there is between the outside and the inside of the base. If there was a dangerous situation where zombies piled up around a door here, very quickly they would double hop inside the walls. So doors on this western wall is a functionally extraordinarily terrible idea. One, because of more doors is just more trouble, and 2, because there's not a lot of space to deal with them. Whereas if I have a pile up here, it's like of no consequence because this area doesn't even lead to the base. It's physically separated from our base and isn't a choke point at all. When did I become a hot tub Twitch streamer? Apparently about an hour ago. All right, you guys want it, hot tub. Should we make it Jade? Provided I actually have enough Jade when the people come back. How much Jade would I need for that? 150? Then I might not actually even have enough Jade. I think it's probably a moot point. But you're welcome to vote yes, and if I do happen to have enough Jade, I'll build it out of Jade. Man, they're taking a while. Driving in the winter is quite slow. Autocannons are done, so I'll try to make it out of Jade, and you guys can research or do the next research project. So, I gotta type up some new options because autocannon opened up some new options. So we have additional plumbing tech. If you want, the additional plumbing tech would be like deep wells. Or hygiene bionics. We also have rocket swarm launchers now that we have autocannons. So rocket swarm and uranium slug. Carpets, lights, drugs, and that will be good. There you go. Hygiene bionics. So what does that add? That adds slightly more efficient bladders and hygiene enhancers to reduce the amount of times you have to go to the bathroom and how much water you have to drink, and then also reduce the amount of hygiene stuff that you have to do, like taking baths, showers, etc. Bing Face and Exarch should be here in about half a day. Guero, you, I thought, had good gear and was a good brawler. But you are taking a lot of injuries from that dinky little electric zombie there. I'm embarrassed for you. So I'm just having them... ooh, I don't want to deconstruct that pillar. Just having them clear out some of the zombies around so that I can build more freely without having to worry about getting nibbled. Ooh, You got shot in the jaw by Zeusin. That's not friendly. I don't really care for them to be patients as they're not all that injured. So I'm going to reduce the patient queue. Nah, no bleeding though. I don't think she's a Zed though. I think she just got lucky. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Zed City, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 10th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow zombie slayers.